Yeah, that looks like fire.
You hear everyone
That
cheering?
looks like magma. That's
This is our third year coming to Yosemite to see Firefall. So in this video, we're gonna share with you our experience and tips that we've learned, and hopefully this weekend we're gonna see it again. It's looking a little cloudy though, but I'm hopeful and ready. So join us and we'll see if it happens and we'll share our tips.
Firefall is actually Horsetail Falls. It's not called Firefall. Firefall is just the name of the natural phenomenon that occurs when sunset hits just right and illuminates Horsetail Falls to look like fire, thus the name Firefall. And this perfect timing with sunset only happens for about 2 weeks from mid to late February. Of course, you know, that's in winter, so half the time it's snowing or cloudy, like right now, and we probably won't get to see it. So with luck, you'll have the perfect conditions and Firefall will illuminate like fire. Oh, and by the way, that's not Horsetail Falls, that's Yosemite Falls. It just makes for a better background.
So what we know as Firefall today is Horsetail Falls, and that's only really been popularized in the last couple of years. But you may or may not have known there was another Firefall, a more historic one. Back in the 1900s, there was a lodge at the top of Glacier Point, and every night in the summer they would have a bonfire. And at the end of the night, like really smart people they were, push the fire over the edge of the cliff. And all the embers would come down, and every single night in summer they would do this and watch it, and they dubbed it Firefall. In the 60s, they stopped doing that for obvious reasons, fires. And now this is the only Firefall we get.
We've seen some epic firefalls over the years, ranging from glowing gold to the iconic fiery red. Firefall varies a lot depending on the conditions. Like I mentioned, if it's snowing or cloudy, no firefall. If there isn't enough rain or melt for the waterfall to flow that year, no firefall. And if you do see it, the coloring will depend on the sunset that day. So obviously, a lot of it comes down to luck, especially when you're planning your trip far in advance. Speaking of which, reservations are required for all 3 weekends of Firefall. For 2024, reservations will release on December 1st, 2023 at 8 a.m. Pacific on recreation.gov.
Good thing I set an alarm.
They sell out quickly though, so set an alarm and make an account on recreation.gov ahead of time. Each reservation is good for 1 vehicle for 7 days. Now that you've got your reservation, you might be wondering where to stay for your trip. There's several places you can stay inside the park, such as Yosemite Lodge and the cheaper option, Curry Village. These options sell out fast, so buy them ASAP, or you can stay outside the park, which is what we've always done.
You can stay in Mariposa, which is about an hour away from Yosemite and has tons of shops, restaurants, and hotels. Or you can stay in Oakhurst, which is also about an hour away from the park. If you're wondering, this is not Oakhurst, this is still Mariposa.
Obviously, weekends are going to be busier, so if you can come on weekdays, that'd be nice, just so you don't have to, fight the crowds.
If you can stay for longer, then that'll increase your chances of seeing Firefall since it is a weather-dependent phenomenon. For Firefall viewing, you can park at the Yosemite parking lot, shown here. Try and get there early in the day to secure a spot, and there's tons of hikes you can do around here, like Lower Yosemite Falls, walk around, maybe do Upper Yosemite Falls if you're feeling ambitious. Come early in the day to secure a spot, because when we came in 2021, it was already packed before noon. People were like, "Are you leaving?" trying to take our spot. Usually it gets really crowded though, so just come here, secure your spot, pack your lunch, or walk over to the market, whatever. And if you park here early in the day and need to get somewhere else in the park, you can always use the Yosemite Valley shuttle.
See you later, B-Bot. He likes his head pats.
See, we have this handy dandy map. We are parked here at Yosemite Falls parking, and it's a 1.5 mile walk over to the official viewing area at El Capitan picnic area. In total, it'll be a 3 mile walk, so come prepared with some comfy shoes. While you're in Yosemite visiting for Firefall, you can walk around the park. There's tons of trails like this one and viewpoints where you can pull off and take some awesome pictures. If you're feeling ambitious, you could do some hikes. We have several videos we've made about Yosemite, including one called Yosemite in Winter with tons of things to do, including our hike recommendations, so definitely go check those out. I'll put the links in the description so you can watch it next.
Right now we're on the Valley Loop Trail, and last year we did this trail and it was completely covered with ice and snow. Crazy the difference a year makes.
Yeah, much more lucky with the weather this year. This path is a lot easier when we're not falling backwards on our butts. Last night in the valley it rained, but up there it snowed. And we've got a bunch of snow on Half Dome and the wind keeps blowing off the edge and it's like chef's kiss. Love it. Before we even came to Yosemite this weekend, the weather showed that it was supposed to be rainy. And now it's super sunny without a single cloud in the sky, which is getting my hopes up that we might actually get to see Firefall tonight. But the weather forecast still shows it's gonna roll in later this afternoon and block our view. I'm just hoping it keeps pushing back and maybe we'll get to see it, so wish us luck. Waiting around for Firefall, we decided to walk around, went to Mirror Lake, and now we're gonna head over to Curry Village for some lunch. I am hungry.
Hopefully it's pizza.
Yes. Ta-da! We are in this. That was a long walk. I'm so excited. I'm so hungry. The pizza, while delicious, may have betrayed us and we're running a little later than we wanted to. But luckily, since we parked early in the day, we know our parking spot is secured. We just gotta get our butts over there. We were thinking about waiting for a bus. They looked really full. Not gonna lie, those things were packed with people. So we're trusting our own two legs. And as soon as we get to the car, we'll be heading off to Firefall. It's still sunny, so fingers crossed. Don't want to jinx it though. Not a bad view for our walk.
Ready?
See, good thing we parked here way earlier in the day and just walked around because now this parking lot is crazy. We've already had people asking us if we're about to leave and we're really just gonna, get our stuff and head over. So definitely advise parking early and just securing that parking spot.
Now we're walking.
We got our stuff and we're heading over.
And as you can see behind me, beautiful, gorgeous clear day. We're walking towards clouds, which is not the best sign.
Yeah, things are looking iffy. I don't know.
All it takes though is a single break in that cloud at the right time. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We made it to the viewing area and the first thing you gotta do is find your spot. So obviously there's a ton of trees blocking your view all over the place. So you kind of just have to walk through and try and find a spot where you have a clear view of Horsetail Falls and enough room that you're not in other people's way when you set up your viewing area, as Peter is so kindly doing right now. What a guy. You should probably get here early to get a good viewing spot because right now we're able to get a clear, unobstructed view of Horsetail Falls. We've been here a little bit later and there's people just crowded in here and you got trees in the way, whatnot. So get here early if you want a clear view. Ah, very nice. Front row seats. And with that, I'll also say bring your own chairs if you want somewhere nice to sit. Otherwise, you'll be sitting on the ground or a log. As you can see, it's already gotten a lot more crowded since we showed up. And it's only gonna get more crowded. Another tip, bring plenty of extra layers to stay warm because you're gonna be sitting here forever waiting for Firefall and you're gonna get cold. I already put on my extra layer pants. I've got another coat. Put on my hat. We ready. Next tip, bring snacks and beverages because you're gonna be sitting here and getting snacky. We've got our Firefall Red. We're ready for the show.
Every year, the sunset is around 5:40, and from our past year's experience, the golden magical light usually starts around 5:10, and the whole thing lasts about a half hour. Of course, that's assuming that you don't have clouds and you can actually see it. And those clouds are rolling in as we speak, so we shall see.
Stupid clouds. I don't know. There might be a hole in the clouds over there.
Looking a little bit golden.
I'm seeing some light. Oh, look at behind us. Neat.
There's like a sliver of hope. We're clinging to it.
Well, no firefall for us. Those clouds came in at the last minute and ruined the show, but I don't regret coming to Yosemite this weekend because we still had a ton of fun. There's so much fun things to do in Yosemite, so make sure to watch our other Yosemite videos for things to do. I'll put them in the description below. And if you found any of our tips today helpful, give it a thumbs up. We appreciate it, and consider subscribing for more adventures. As we're finishing packing up here, I'll leave you with one last tip for your firefall viewing experience. Remember to bring a headlamp or a flashlight for your walk back in the dark, because it's gonna get dark here quick now that sunset is over. We forgot ours this year, even though this is our third year because we're really smart. So we're gonna have to use our cell phones or the light of the moon. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
And now we trudge.
This is our third year.
Actually, I don't remember what we were gonna say. And if you park your car
home.
Now she has to go back and get it. I am Pack Mule. Mule that packs.
Mirror Lake is still mirroring.